Hello. I wanted to take a minute and help you sort of conceptualize the way that one of our 8-week classes would work. So I thought the best way to do that was to just show you one of our classes, and we'll open that up in Canvas, which is our learning management system that we use. So I'll show you mine in a minute, but I thought I would first start with, usually the first class that everyone takes is Dr. Meller's class on personal leadership development. So you would log in to this class and you would start with the modules and work your way down. So we will go to Module 1, which is the first week's work. And in the first module, this is the work that you would be asked to do in that first week. So you're going to introduce yourself, obviously. You're going to read the first 2 chapters of the text that Dr. Meller uses. You'll have a short video to watch, and then you will engage with your classmates in dialogue in our discussion board. He asked for 4 substantive posts per week, and then you will write a short 1-page summary of what you were asked to read. And so what that looks like as you walk through the week is you usually will log in on Sunday night or Monday, and you will look at the materials for the week ahead, and here is the video that you would be asked to watch, and then you would read through the chapter review, and the chapter review asks very specific questions. He does not want your response to be very long. It's basically just asking you to be thoughtful and reflective about what you've read and consider how you can begin applying that to your own life and your own understanding of leadership. We do use APA, but I will tell you that if you've got like a 50-point assignment, then maybe 4 to 5 points might be worth APA formatting. So you can definitely do well in our classes without being an APA genius. That is not really something that we're incredibly strict about for the most part. Discussion forums. Dr. Meller's class will look something like this. Here are some discussion starter questions. He asks, he gives you several options to choose from for his discussions, or DQs, which is another way that we talk about that. And then after you've participated in your discussion and you've turned in your assignment at the end of the week, then you move on to the next module. And you'll see that for his class, the rhythm is very much 2 chapters of text, a short video, no more, like the absolute longest it will be is probably 20 minutes. And then the main work of the week is engaging in that dialogue and responding to your classmates and writing that 1-page summary at the end of the week. So that is the way that Dr. Meller's class works, and I'll show you my class as well. So I am currently teaching a class, and I want to protect the privacy of my students, so I'm not going to open the one that is open and that students are in. I will open the template to show you what we do in my class. Again, we work through week by week, module by module. So in our first week's work in organizational communications, these are the things that our goal is to define what courageous communication means, to identify appropriate audiences. These are the things we're going to be working on, and this is the work that is to be done. So you'll read from a couple of different texts. For me, we have 3 texts in my class, and we sort of jump around from one to the next. We will have 3 discussions, and then you'll have a memo due at the end of the week, and that is a very normal rhythm for the way that my class works. I'll show you, there's one of my discussions, lovely. So this is an example of what one of my discussion questions might look like. I do not expect books in discussion responses. I give very specific guidelines on what I'm looking for, and in this one I actually give you a template to follow, and so you can do that and then respond to your classmates in meaningful ways. In my class, because it is about communication, I require both written and spoken responses for discussions, so you'll be asked to do an audio or a video in addition to writing for your discussions. And so this is an example of one of the audio or video clips that I ask you to do. Explain how specific communication practices from the case study that you read shapes the broader culture of the organization, and use some of the key terms in your response. Our discussions in my class are designed to help you be more effective readers. So the questions that I ask you will point you to the materials in the book that I think you need to learn. And I do that for your benefit, but also for the benefit of the entire class. I will forward to a couple of other things in the class that show you. This is the third discussion for week 1, and I try to engage with different types of learners. So you will have opportunity 2 or 3 times throughout our 8 weeks together to do something a little bit more creative, like a word cloud, in response to a discussion question, and then your first assignment, which is very similar to your second and third assignment in my class, will be a summary memo, and we will study what a memo looks like, how it is designed, how it is written, and then you will write a memo for your assignment. The major assignment for this particular class, for my class, is a crisis management plan. That is something we will start working on in Module 5. So in our 5th week together, we will start working through what crisis plans look like. And we have had some fantastic students write some fantastic crisis plans that are being implemented in their workplaces and really changing the shape of what work looks like in their work environments, because they've thought through some situations that no one else has thought through before, which is pretty exciting. So that's sort of where we are, and I am more than happy to answer any questions, but I think those 2 classes really provide a fairly good model of what you can expect in most of our classes, with the exception of the 4 executive and workplace coaching courses, which the model for those is a little bit different, and we can talk about that if that's something that you're interested in. So I hope that's helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will be happy to respond.